All right, class, a very good morning. Wishing you all a very healthy and happy life. Let's begin with today's topic. As you know very well, we have been discussing our chapter number third, that is metal versus non-metal. Okay, and we have done almost one or two lectures of this particular chapter, in which we have studied the physical properties of metal and non-metal. Right? In previous class, as I told you, how do metal behave when we just see them, when we just observe them. All right. In the very same manner, we have studied about the non-metals also. So let's begin with today's topic. That is, how should we start with the chemical properties of metals and the non-metals? Okay. As you know, the chemical property is something which tells us how do metals react with any kind of acid, any kind of base, how do they react with oxygen, how do they react with another substances. Let's check it out. All right. So let's begin with the first topic, that is chemical properties of metal. And first of all, we're going to react it with air. Let's begin. How do metals react with air? How do metals react with air? That means whenever I react my metals, suppose magnesium on burning with air makes dazzling sound. What do you mean by dazzling sound? Dazzling sound means it is something which is creating a very dazzling sound, a very vibrating sound. Okay, but do all the metals react in the same manner? Definitely not. For checking out, let's start the different reactions with different metals. First of all, if I'm just saying my metal is reacting with oxygen, it would give you metal oxide. All right. And the same example, for example, I'm saying copper is reacting with oxygen. It would make you copper oxide. बात समझ में आ रही है? For example, if I'm saying my copper Cu is reacting with O2, it would give you copper oxide, that is CuO. Clear? So this is something which is known to be metal oxide. In the very same manner, just I have reacted the copper, we can easily react my aluminium metal also, iron also, and they would make the same compound, the same oxide. Okay. So this is my balanced reaction. But say, as you have seen, whenever I react my any kind of metal, it would make the oxide. That means metal and oxygen will combine to make oxide. Okay. So I just want to tell you, as my metals are combining with oxygen, as they are reacting with oxygen, they are making oxide. So in the very same manner, these particular oxides which are forming, they are basic in nature. What do you mean by basic in nature? That means if I'm talking about cuprous oxide, it would easily react with acid. This is basic in nature. That means it is easily reacting with acid, and it would give you something, the salt, the water, and many more things. Clear, Bachche? So definitely yes. The base are my all metal oxides are basic in nature. I'm again repeating it. All metal oxides are basic in nature. What do you mean by basic in nature? That means they can easily react with acid, or when we dissolve them into water, they would give you a base. Okay, so we can say yes, metal oxides are basic in nature. Clear? So now, as I have told you, metal oxides are basically basic in nature, but exceptions are everywhere, as I told you in our previous class also. Aluminium oxide, Al2O3, is something which is known to be amphoteric in nature. Now, first of all, let me complete. What do you mean by amphoteric? Amphoteric means behaving both as acid and base. Am I clear? I'm saying aluminium oxide is something which is known to be amphoteric. That means it can behave both as acid as well as base. For example, my copper oxygen, that means copper oxide, on reacting with acid would give you salt and water. But my aluminium oxide can behave as acid also, can behave as base also. How? Aluminium oxide can act as acid and it reacts with base. It can act as base and then it reacts with acid. That means just vice versa, just opposite to each other. Let's check it out. First of all, I'll just give you some examples. Let we have aluminium oxide, it is reacting with HCl, that is acid. Aluminium oxide, it is reacting with base, that is NaOH. What would be the formation over here? It would give you the salt plus water. The reaction would be same, huh? It would be aluminium chloride plus water. Salt is forming over here, water is present over here. The reaction would be same. But the topic of interest, the topic of concern is here my aluminium oxide is behaving as base. जैसे कि आपका copper oxide ने behave किया था. It is reacting with acid, it would give you salt, it would give you water. In the very same manner, in the very same direction, my aluminium oxide right now behaving as acid. Why? Because NaOH is a very, very strong base. बात समझ में आ रही है? It can act as base also, it can act also. That is the beauty of aluminium oxide. That is the, I would like to say, specialty of aluminium oxide. And that's why we call it amphoteric. Amphoteric means both acid as well as base. Clear? So it would give you aluminium oxide plus base would give you the sodium aluminate, that is NaAlO2 plus water. Sodium aluminate. Clear बच्चे? और जो आपकी reactions हैं, they would be very same manner as I have told you. The reactions would make the product on the basis of valency concept that you know already. What is valency concept? For example, if I'm talking about aluminium oxide, aluminium valency has +3, oxygen has -2. By crisscross method, it would be Al2O3. Right? Same as it is, same as it is. Let's check out about AlCl3. Aluminium +3, Cl -1, crisscross rule, AlCl3. That is the +3 would go in the piece of chlorine. It would be the number of moles of that particular chlorine, okay, in this reaction. All my reactions would work in the same condition, would work in the valency condition, but the point is they mostly on reacting with oxygen would give you oxide, but aluminium oxide is known to be amphoteric. That's all. Okay. So we have done about the topic, and as I have told you, I have put the same question in your unit test 1 also, UT1. The question was, what are alkalis? What are alkalis? You can easily say alkalis are something which on dissolving with water make bases, or we can say about oxide also, okay? That all my oxides, for example, cuprous oxide, it can react with water also, and it would make you the base. It would create a base, okay? For example, cuprous hydroxide. But this is a weak base. Let's take a strong example, for example, NaOH. You have sodium oxide plus water, it would give you NaOH plus H2. So बात समझ में आ रही है? The oxide on reacting with water would produce the base. Clear? And that's why they are known to be alkalis. They are known to be alkalis. Alkalis means base. Or we can say alkalis are those bases which are formed by reacting with water. Clear? And one more point, बच्चे, the metal oxides are insoluble in milk. That means what is insoluble? They would behave as precipitate and they would settle down. Insoluble का मतलब है they are not soluble, they are not dissolvable, and they would settle down in the beaker after some time when my reaction is complete. Clear? So this was all about the metal reacting with air. We can easily go through with another things like metal are reacting with water, metal are reacting with acid. But before that, I just want to deal with you a new information, and that new information is about the same topic. Give me a second, please. Okay. So I was telling about you about the same concept. My concept says, okay, we understood. कि हमारा जो metal है, they are reacting with the oxygen, they are making oxide. Okay, we got that. But the point is, different metals react with oxygen at different rate. मतलब क्या है इसका? Different rate. That means each metal has different reactivity on reacting with oxygen. It has its own pace, it has its own speed, how they much reactive. That means some metals are very reactive and some are non-reactive or very less reactive. कहने का मतलब ये है कि हर एक मेटल का अपना अपना नेचर है और वो अपने नेचर के अकॉर्डिंग ही बिहेव करता है. अगर उसका नेचर उसे बोलता है that you are very strong, you are very reactive, it would easily react with oxygen to make oxide. But some metals are very less reactive, either they do not react or react at very, very high temperature. Clear, बच्चे? So let's give you some examples. First of all, the sodium and the potassium. These are also known as alkali metals. और आपको अगर आपने yesterday lecture, if you have attended the previous lecture, I have told you that the sodium and metals are those metals which are very soft, है ना? Exception आपको दिया था. I hope you have remembered this. Very soft, can be cut with knife. We have so much information about these. Alkali metals, very soft, cut with knife. Now the point here is, sodium and potassium are so much reactive. They are super strong reactive on reacting with oxygen. What would happen? The sodium and potassium would easily catch fire if kept in open. मतलब क्या है इसका? इसका मतलब ये है जी कि if I put my sodium or metal in the air, like I am sitting over here, I'm standing over here with you, and I'm just put some sodium metal in a glass paper, or I would like to say in a china dish in any chemical apparatus, what would be happen? Within a minute, within 2 to 3 minutes, sodium metal on the reacting with oxygen of atmosphere catch the fire, right? It would make the oxide. क्योंकि हमने बोला था कि हमारे जितने भी metals हैं react on oxygen with burning. You know that, ना? In lower classes we have studied that oxygen is something which is very essential for burning, right? Oxygen is the only gas which is essential for burning. So the topic is same. I'm saying that all my metals are burning with oxygen, they are reacting with oxygen, but sodium metal are specifically, they do not need any kind of condition. When we put them into the air, they would easily catch the fire. Okay, so for protecting them, what would we do? We would cover them with kerosene oil. You will see in the chemistry lab, the time is coming very soon. You will see in the chemistry lab that sodium and metal are always immersed in kerosene oil. हम उसको oil से protect करके रखते हैं, oil के अंदर dip करके रखते हैं, so that they would not react with oxygen. Clear? Okay. Have done about the sodium, potassium. Another example लेते हैं हम. Another example is, for example, copper. Copper definitely reacts with oxygen. I have given you idea, but on reacting with air, copper makes black layer of copper oxide. That means yes, it reacts, but it does not burn very easily. Whenever we react with oxygen, it would burn very slowly, so that on the surface of metal copper, on the surface of copper metal, there would be a black layer, and that black layer is due to copper oxide, right? You have also studied this in first chapter, है ना? First chapter में आपने पढ़ा था. I hope you have remembered that. In the first chapter, I have told you about the magnesium, about the aluminium, that first of all, we have to clean them. Why? Because in oxygen, reacting with oxygen, they make a surface of oxide. Okay? Okay. So let's move to the next topic. The next topic is, we have done about sodium, potassium, copper. Let's see, iron. Iron does not react with oxygen, but on very, very high temperature, it reacts with oxygen and spread flame. आपने जरूर ऑब्जर्व किया होगा, you must have observed in the shops of, when they're working with fireworks, when they're working with the crackers, I would like to say, the metals, what would happen? जब भी हम आयरन को रिएक्ट करते हैं, ये चिंगारी प्रोड्यूस करती है. It produces चिंगारी and it spreads all over the environment. Okay, so this is the way how does it react. But the silver and the gold, Ag is silver, Ag is gold, they do not react with oxygen at all. देखा? Sodium, potassium are super reactive, that they do not need any temperature, and silver, copper are so much less reactive that they do not react with oxygen even high temperature is given. कितनी भी conditions उनको दे दो, they would not react with oxygen at all, or they would react, they would make a very, very, very less layer of oxide. Okay, so this is the way I would like to say all my metals, a reaction with air or any kind of chemical substance have their own different rate. So this phenomena tells us all metals have different type of reactivity. हर एक metal की अपनी अपनी reactivity है, जिनको हम compare कर सकते हैं with the help of a table that we will see in our next lecture. Okay. So we have done about the oxygen completely. Let's move with the water. I hope you have got it, बच्चे. Information is very, very much to you, but as you will keep revising, you will easily get in your mind. Okay, keep revising these topics. Okay, let's see how do they react with water. We have done about air. How do they react with water? Okay, so now what would happen if my metal is reacting with air, water? Would it make the same oxide, or would it make some kind of substitute and kind of subproduct? Let's see, let's have a look. First of all, my metal on reacting with water would definitely make metal oxide. Why? Because in water there is H2O, there is oxygen. So definitely, yes, metal would reacting with water make the metal oxide, but as a byproduct, it would produce H2 gas. It would produce H2 gas. And you know very well, H2 gas को हम कैसे take out कर सकते हैं? First of all, if we dip into a beaker filled of water, it would start producing bubbles, right? If bubbles are producing, that means there is a gas. It would be oxygen also, it would be hydrogen also. But if that gas is emerging out and we put a burning candle over here, what would happen? There would be a pop sound. That means कैंडल बर्न तो करेगी, लेकिन बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग इंटेंसिटी के साथ करेगी और पॉप साउंड के साथ करेगी, चिंगारी के साथ करेगी. दैट मीन्स देयर इज हाइड्रोजन प्रेजेंट. दैट इज द स्पेसिफिसिटी ऑफ हाइड्रोजन, दैट व्हेनेवर इट रिएक्ट्स विद fire, it would make the pop sound. Clear? It would make the dazzling sound. So first, the topic was metal is reacting with water to make metal oxide plus hydrogen. Let's see some examples. Like we have potassium or sodium. Whenever it reacts with water, it would give you potassium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas. Same as it is if I'm talking about sodium, it would again make the base, that is sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas. Yeah? Okay. So now, as I had told you, बच्चे कि हर एक reaction का हर एक metal का different reaction rate है. हर एक metal का अपना अपना तरीका है react करने का. They have the different reactivity. As I have seen with potassium and sodium, they would easily react with water because they are very reactive. On the other hand, copper is something which would also make copper hydroxide plus hydrogen, but amount of energy released is very less. Sorry. Amount of energy released very less. Whereas amount of energy is very high, very violent reaction. Violent matlab uncontrollable. That means they would produce so much heat when they react with water. They would make hydrogen gas release, and they would make so much heat that is uncontrollable. That is violent reaction. But my copper is something in which energy release is very less. It is moderate. Okay. So this is the way we can deal that the different metals react on their different speeds. Okay. All right. Another point is iron and zinc. They do not react with water at all. Iron and zinc do not react with water. Okay. So yes, definitely this is due to different reactivity of metals which we can compare. Let's check it out. The last point is what happens when metals react with acid. Okay, one more point बच्चे, अभी तक आपने observe किया होगा that if my metal is not reacting with even oxygen or water, they are just increasing the temperature. है ना? We are increasing the temperature. For example, if I'm talking about my aluminium, this is something which reacts with hot water. AlOH5. Yes. It reacts with hot water. अगर मैं लास्ट अपनी उसकी बात करूं ऑक्सीजन वाले कंपाउंड की बात करूं तो वी हैव सीन दैट वी इंक्रीज द टेम्परेचर फॉर रिएक्टिंग विद कॉपर, फॉर रिएक्टिंग विद आयरन. तो ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? व्हाई डू वी इंक्रीज द टेम्परेचर? व्हाई डू वी मेक द वाटर हॉट सो दैट दे वुड रिएक्ट? द रीजन इज whenever the temperature increases, the kinetic energy of molecule increases, and this would lead to increase the speed of reaction. बात समझ में आ रही है? मैं ये बोलना चाह रही हूँ कि अगर मैंने अपने टेम्परेचर को इंक्रीज किया है, suppose these are my molecules, they have a very less temperature. Whenever we react them, whenever we heat them at very high temperature, what would happen? After some time, they would break down. Okay, due to very, very high kinetic energy, the reaction would be very fast. Okay, so we can easily say that with reaction with high energy, my metals react with water, react with another compound only on increasing the temperature. But अगर हमने temperature भी increase करके देख लिया और still metal react नहीं कर रही है, that means they do not have any tendency to react with that particular compound. Clear? So lastly, move to the topic, whatever happens when metal reacts with acid. What happens when metal reacts with acid? Let's see, metal, number 3, acid. Metal on reacting with acid, what would they give? They would give you salt plus hydrogen. For example, if I'm talking about iron, if I'm talking about copper, calcium, any kind of these, they would react with salt. For example, magnesium is reacting with HCl, that would give you magnesium chloride plus hydrogen gas. Clear? So there is a formation of salt with the release of hydrogen, same as it is. Another one is aluminium, or we can say iron. They would react with acid. They would make you salt plus hydrogen gas. Clear? All right. So now the point here is, for my interest, the topic is, you have observed that whenever my metals are reacting with acid, they are producing the salt and hydrogen. But मैंने आपको बोला था पहले ही that the different reactivity is different for the different type of compounds. If HCl is over there, they can easily react. But some metals, for example, you must have an example, that is nitric acid. Yes. Whenever any kind of metal react with nitric acid, it would not produce hydrogen. Why? Because nitric acid is something which just give the oxygen to magnesium to make magnesium oxide, but it would not produce the hydrogen gas. Clear? So I would like to say that whenever acid is given, in that particular case, HCl is the major case. We can say for the HCl, but for nitric acid, most of the time, my reaction is not possible. Clear, bache? So this was all about this topic. How do metals react with acid? How do metals react with water? How do metals react with oxygen? Let's check out with some another topics. We have last. So we have dealt with the metals with acid, with the air, with the oxygen. So your last point to discuss कर लेते हैं, and then you will have your doubt session. Okay. All right. So the last topic of my interest is what happens when metal react with another metal. Okay. So I just want to say metal is reacting with the solution of another metal. और इसके बारे में बच्चों जी आप पहले से जानते हो, we have already studied this in chapter number 1, that is displacement reaction, right? What do you mean by displacement reaction? Displacement reaction is something in which a substance, or I would like to say a metal, is displaced by another metal. Okay, so we can easily say that whenever my metal is reacting with the solution of another metal, a particular metal is replaced by another metal. Let's have an example that will clarify your concept also. For example, yes, we have a very sweet example, that is zinc is reacting with iron sulfate. What would happen over here? There would be formation of zinc sulfate plus iron. मतलब हुआ क्या है? My metal is reacting with the solution of another metal, and this metal has tendency to replace the another metal. That means zinc is replacing the iron. Zinc is replacing the iron from the salt from the solution of this compound, that is zinc sulfate. Okay, so this can be observed on the basis of reactivity series that we will see in our tomorrow's class. And you have already studied about this, so you come prepared. Whenever my next class would be, you would come prepared what is that reactivity series and how on the basis of reactivity series we can produce our reaction. Okay, so but this was all about these topics, how metal are reacting with the solution of another metal. I have given you example also. So this was all. If there is any kind of doubt or any kind of query, please let me know.